Welcome to Conversations. I'm Suresh Kochatal. Has Meta boss Mark Zuckerberg apologized? If you ask me, what difference does it make if he's apologized in private or he has not done so in public? Meta has committed one of the biggest frauds that we all knew that they were doing. They were trying to tell the people of India that the CJP protest was a huge thing and the Modi government was kind of caught flat-footed as much as a kitten in the face of a torchlight. Ladies and gentlemen, every day we wake up in the morning, we look at our phones, we check our messages, we check out the WhatsApp messages, we check out the YouTube videos, we check out the Instagram videos, the tweets, and then we get to brush our teeth and get on with our regular life. Social media dominates our life today. Let us not kind of shy away from that. With 68 crore people on WhatsApp, around 48 crore people on Instagram, and around 40 crore people on Facebook, we are the world's largest market for social media. Last year, that is the financial year 25-26, Meta made 3,740 crores from the Indian market by way of advertising and subscriptions. That is not a small amount. The net profit was around 640 plus crores. That's a market they cannot ignore. But they need to work more. They're greedy about it. So when Meta took down, or rather Facebook took down Prime Minister Narendra Modi's video for over 5 hours, they called it a technical hitch. My foot. There's nothing called technical hitch. If you know the process of how a video is taken down legally, on demand or otherwise, it is done through a process. There's nothing called technical stuff or technical hitch. This was deliberately done. It was done by humans and not by an algorithm. They were targeted Modi ji because they knew that if Modi ji's video goes viral, the CJP guys had it. So for those 5 to 6 hours, they took it out. And once there was a hue and cry, they restored it and claimed as if they didn't even know what happened. This needs deeper investigation. Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav needs to push Meta to give an explanation of the employees involved in this process with their names and addresses of their office. I'm not asking for the residential address. Which city in India were they operating from? Who are those people who took this decision to bring down Modi ji's video? At the same time, we need to know how much money CJP paid to pump up their post and make it look bigger than that it was, that protest in Jantar Mantar. This is a kind of a conspiracy against Bharat. This was an attempt to bring down a government using money from outside. Who paid for the boosting of CJP's posts? Who paid their bills? We need to know that. Meta has all the data. They need to give it to the Indian government. If required, there has to be an NIA investigation, or if maybe even a CBI investigation. We need to get to the bottom of this because social media, as I told you before, controls every part of our life. It can, as was done before, we saw in Nepal, Bangladesh, and to a certain extent in Sri Lanka, how that media was manipulated. Luckily for us, we are in a nation where this cannot happen. We are not a Bangladesh or a Nepal or a Sri Lanka could get twisted by a few social media posts and go onto the streets and create chaos. Yes, that was attempted on the day the rioters tried to march to the parliament. Fake stories were built up, lathi charge by police, pellet guns usage by police, women being groped. Yes, admit there are many cases where violence happened from both sides. The police were doing the job. The protesters were kind of crossing the Lakshman Rekha of not going beyond the barricades. The protest itself was unlawful, but it was made to look as if Abhijit Deepke, Saurav Das and Ranka characters were big than they were, that they were superhuman. Their narrative was being pushed so much to the extent there was nothing else that was on the social media for those 3-4 days, on 20th, 21st, 22nd and 23rd. But as we know now, it was all done with the money that was given to Meta. And not just Meta, it's other platforms too that need investigation. Every part, every executive of Meta, including the top bosses in India, need to be held accountable. One, for taking money and pushing content. You no longer have the freedom that you had under the safe harbor. Section 69 ensures now that since you took money and pushed the content and decreased the content of others, that is the viewership for others, you are no longer an intermediary. You are just a publication house. You are just another social media. That's it, period. So me or any other person can now sue you in court for any post that we feel is against us or against the country. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your responsibility, not just mine or the government of India or Ashwini Vaishnav for that matter. It's a responsibility for each one of us to ensure that we don't fall prey to this vicious campaign unleashed by Meta, kind of bringing the CJP up from nothing to kind of subscriptions they got on Instagram. It was all paid for. Bots were used. And now the Delhi police confirms that even foreign bots were used. We need to know who these people are. Where did they come from? As is asked, kahan se aate hai ye log? That is what we need to know. And in the days to come, I'm sure the Delhi police, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and others will go after these players who played havoc with our law and order. Deepkes and Saurav Das of the world need to be held accountable for spending money, for raising money, and of course from dubious sources from home and abroad, and creating the chaos that they did on social media and on the field. We need to hold them accountable as much as we need to hold Meta accountable for it. India is not your playground. Mr. Zuckerberg, we are here as a democracy. As much as you paid Trump $25 million to settle the suit against you, we in India will also sue you, and we will make sure that you pay up. If you can make 3,700 crores from India, pay back that amount to Indians. You can't have that and get away. You cannot have the cake and eat it. This, Mr. Zuckerberg, is kind of a red flag from us in India. We have raised the red flag. We told the government what's happening, then the government knows what's happening. You played with our emotions. You played with our country. No longer. We will not allow this to happen any further. Ladies and gentlemen, my honest appeal again to each one of you. I mean, I'm not asking you to go onto the streets or protest or anything like that. No, but you can do it your own way. In your homes, you can write to Mr. Zuckerberg, asking him, demanding accountability from him. And the India team, which we know is a pro-Congress team sitting in Meta India, they need to be sacked immediately. And so do those executives who took down Modi ji's video. And Modi ji, for once, please stop pardoning these people. They don't deserve any pardons. They don't deserve any sympathy. They were after you. Dharmendra Pradhan was just standing in the way. Luckily, you managed to evade that. But they may come after you another day, another time. Please ensure, let Ashwini Vaishnav and others go after these guys. Go after this machinery that tries to bring down Bharat and ensure that they are sent to jail. They don't deserve to be roaming around. So the Abhijit Deepkes of the world, the Saurav Das of the world, Rankas and others of CJP need to be investigated threadbare. Every finance that they got from whatever source from, they need to be held accountable for. And they need to answer those allegations. Let's see how things go from here. I'll come back to you with more of these in the days to come. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.